All right, so it has been a while. My apologies that I haven't had the chance to upload much YouTube videos in the past few months. I think it's almost been, was it 6, 7 months or so, when I uploaded my last video. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to go over a particular ad that's really crushing it for one of my clients in e-commerce. And it's very simple. It's very easy to set up, and I believe it can definitely generate you 2, 3, 4, 5 plus returns on your advertising spend. So if you're interested in knowing what this ad is and how you can implement it, we'll say in 15 to 30 minutes, then stay tuned to this video. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch over to the advertising account. I'm going to go over the actual ad itself and essentially how you can set this up for your own store, or for, if you're a marketing agency, for your own e-commerce clients, and start seeing some exceptional returns. And the beautiful thing about this is, what I've noticed is it's consistent, not just, a lot of the times you set up a Facebook ad campaign, and unfortunately, it's only able to generate you sales for a few days or for a week or two, and then you notice the sales kind of drops. With this ad that I'm going to reveal to you, I've noticed that it's been able to get results for my for this particular client on a consistent monthly basis. So I'm so excited to show it to you. So let's get straight into this video. So you're probably wondering, what is the actual ad itself? And if you haven't tried it, it is what Facebook calls an Advantage Plus catalog ad. And ultimately, the purpose of an Advantage Plus catalog ad is very similar to a carousel ad. You showcase your products that's in your e-commerce store, and essentially Facebook will determine which one of the products, which one of these images in the carousel will resonate the best with the actual person that is seeing the ad. So it's not a case of, okay, then you have, for example, previously with a previous carousel ad, you have like 5, 6, maybe 7 different images of your products, and then from there, basically one of the actual images will actually convert. In this case, ultimately you're leaving it to Facebook, you're leaving it to Meta, and Meta will decide the products that it's going to show to the viewer, because ultimately they're not a customer yet, so to the potential customer, and then they click on the ad and they order the product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. My apologies, my mouse has just been a bit slow. And then you can see over here that for this particular campaign, the client's generating over a 700% return on their investment, which is just incredible. They're getting customers for $8.69, which is just amazing. And over here, we're getting customers for $8.27. So that is how powerful this Advantage Plus catalog is, especially right now. I recommend that you set this up for your client, put a $20 per day budget, and then just see the returns. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to set one up for yourself or for your client, and then we can take things from there. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create a new campaign, or if you already have a campaign running, which 9 times out of 10 you will, all I want you to do is go to... Let me just give me one moment. Let me go to edit. I just want to double check something before we continue in this video. Okay, so it's not selected there. Wonderful. All right then. So what I would recommend is when you go to create a new campaign, select the Advantage Plus Catalog Ads option over here. Click on that for me, please. And then what you have to do is, so this is the technical side of things, you're going to have to connect your Shopify store to your Facebook account. Just follow what Facebook tells you to do. And then once you've connected it, then of course you want to connect all of your products into a catalog. And once you've done that, this is when it will appear. And then all I want you to do is highlight it. Now, currently what I'm focusing on is doing ABO. I'm not currently doing campaign budget optimization, not yet. So I just focus on ad set budget optimization. and then I turn off budget sharing, and then I'll go on to next. And then over here, obviously, it's got one of the audiences that I'm testing for the clients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. And then, of course, I'm not going to go into too much detail in terms of the targeting, but very briefly, in terms of products, I would select all products, and then I would scroll down, and then I would go over here. And then this will allow you to decide which. Give me what I think there's actually an easier way to do this, because this is an Advantage Plus sales campaign. That's what I was double checking before. Just give me one moment. I actually think there's an easier way to do it. So let's just take, for example, let's just take the advertisement that's actually converting over here, because I believe I've set this up, because there's two ways to set this up. So this method that I'm using to set this up, create Advantage Plus. So let me actually go to the actual advertisement itself. So the Advantage Plus catalog, because I believe when I was setting this up, there we go. Okay, then my apologies. So this is what I would recommend that you do. So of course you can give this a test. So this is one way to set it up. You can set it up through the campaign level, or you can set it up through the ad level. So what I'm currently doing is I'm setting it up through the ad level. So that's what I would recommend. So my apologies, just turn this off. Stick to ad set budget optimization, and we call this ABO. So essentially you're putting the advertising budget in the ad set rather than the advertising budget in the campaign. Of course, in another video I can go into much detail the difference between the two, but not in this video. Of course, you want to choose your conversion. I always go with a purchase conversion, and ideally make sure the conversion API is running. I recommend a minimum of $20 per day. Of course, it depends on the price of your product. If it's a more expensive product, I'll recommend spending a little bit more. But universally, I always recommend $20 a day. Now, of course, in terms of targeting and locations and etc., I will leave this up to you based on your product that you are selling. But of course, the product that we're selling is specifically for women who are between 30 to 65 plus, which is why we've highlighted it here. Now, this particular ad can work for a broad audience, it can work for interest-based audience, and it also works for lookalike audiences. That's the beautiful thing about it. So I would definitely recommend that you test it for all different audience types. And once you're done with that, and again, in another video, I'll go into far greater detail in terms of the audience targeting. In this video, I just want to focus on this one simple ad that's crushing it right now for my clients. So once you come over here, this is what I want you to select: Advantage Plus Catalog Ad. And then what I usually do is I go with the Shopify product catalog. This basically has all my clients' products, essentially, as you can see over here. And then in terms of the primary text, funnily enough, I don't really use a primary text. Now, not that you shouldn't use one, you can use one, but the only thing that I use is I go to the headline and then I find the name of the product. So let me just go over here and let me see if I can find it. Just give me one moment. So yeah, my apologies for that. I'll just double check something. So you want to click on the plus and then you want to click on name. So what that is going to do is it's going to put the name of the product. And then in terms of the call to action, you just want shop now, ideally. And then if you've got any promo codes, you can select it, but we don't run any promo codes for the client. And then over here, what I would recommend you do is you send the traffic to your obviously your Shopify store, but I've seen what works best is to send them to the collection page. So have a link to the collection page, which gives the customer the ability to choose which products that they want to add to their basket and make a purchase. And then I believe that is pretty much it. It is honestly that simple. I don't have any copy for the primary text. Ultimately, I let the product do the selling. And I think, here we go. I must have missed this one as well. Perfect. So yeah, so make sure you select Advantage Puts Catalog Ads over here, and make sure you select Carousel. And these ads are currently crushing it. My clients generating, as you've seen, a 700% return. Some ads were getting a 500% return. So give this a go. Very simple to set up. Exactly like I've done it. In another video, I'm going to go into much more detail in terms of the targeting, but my recommendation is you can keep it broad. You can test lookalike audiences, and you can also test interest-based audiences. But more details on that in my next video. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that this has been insightful. If you have implemented it, leave a comment down below. Yeah, just to let me know about your success and how things are going ultimately. And if you're interested in learning more on how I actually create these really profitable ads for my clients and scale their stores to 30, 40, 50k months, then if you click on the link below, it will take you straight to a page where you can opt in for some free training where I show you exactly how I get these kind of results, but on a much more deeper level. So thank you for watching this video. This has been Ari Malu-Malu, and I'll catch you in the next one.